Story of the Sun. Long ago, a curious young boy lived in a far-off land. To the east, there were mountains. To the west, there was a large sea. As each day began, the curious young boy sat and looked to the east. He watched the sun rise over the mountains. As each day ended, he looked west. He watched the sun sink into the sea. The curious boy's name was Sol. Sol was named after the sun. But Sol wondered where the sun came from, and he wondered where it went each night. The harder Sol thought, the more confused he became. He wondered how many suns there really are. Would there ever be a time when a new sun will not rise from the east? Sol was smart. He knew that the sun brought light. He knew that without the sun, everything would be dark. He also knew that the sun brought warmth. He loved to feel the warm sun on his brown skin. Sol worried about the day when a new sun makes no rise. He worried about living in a land of darkness. He worried about being cold. Sol learned about a wise woman. He was told she knew the answers to everything, so he decided to visit her. The wise woman lived in a village. The village was near the mountain. It was near when the sun rose each morning. One morning, Sol awoke early. He got eggs from his chicken and shared them with neighbors. It was his daily chore. Then he went to the village. The wise woman granted Sol warmly. She took him into her hut, and she began to answer his questions about the sun. First, she explained where the sun came from. Do you see that large mountain? The one that is towering over all other mountains? She asked, pointing east. Sol replied, Yes, I do. In fact, I see the sun rise over that mountain each morning. Well, said the wise woman, that is new suns come from. Each night after the sun sinks into the sea, the mountains feel cold and alone. But then the mountain thinks about the kindness it sees every day. The mountains think all and the things people do for each other, she said. And then it feels warm inside. All that warmth builds up. The wise woman kept telling her story. By morning, the warmth is too much. The mountains split out of a giant ball of fire. The ball is spit out with great force. It shoots up high into the sky. The fireball lights the glen below. and it travels across the sky. It also hits the land. When the balls of fire reaches the highest point, it begins to drop. She continued. In a few hours a day, it crashed into the sea. The cold waters of the sea put out the ball of fire. It's very important that the villagers lived caring for each other and showing kindness. She said, at the long and we warm the mountain with kindness, it will make a new sun is money. But if we fail to do so, there will be no new sun. Then the land will become dark and cold. From that day on, Saul worried no more. He played happily in trees. He knew there would always be light and heat as long as the villagers took care of one another, and he knew there were always wood.